Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Knife here, and today we are back with another survival guide episode. Sorry for my voice today. I got a cold. Um, shoot, I forgot about this. What do I do? It's fine. We can run. Um, just run. This episode, we're gonna focus on hopefully enchanting. I might not. Actually, I need to get the bookshelves for that, which was gonna take a while, but yeah, we'll do that next time, unless we have. What the hell was that? There's two things one of them I want to try and do today, but the other I might have to do the other one. I was going to do enchanting today to show you how to enchant and stuff, but I don't think I have the bookshelves to do that unless I get no, not a Fletcher, a librarian, and then I trade 9 emeralds for one bookshelf every time. I might have to do that. Let's head over to my farm now, just to check on the sugarcane. Now, if you're new to this channel, or this series, my name is Nightflame, and I'm doing this to show how I play Minecraft. And you can join in if you want. All the other episodes are going to be on my channel. I don't think they have grown because I haven't been here. Nope. Oh, they have slightly. I have a massive cold today. It wasn't that bad yesterday, but today I'm just losing my voice. I promise you, this is not me faking it. It's actually me. I'm gonna try and not talk throughout this day, but I need to get a tutorial video out of the way as well. You know what? We need 15 bookshelves. That's around 99 emeralds. So a stack in 35. I might have to do that next episode. So what we're going to do this episode is talk about like what blocks fit with other blocks and stuff like that. I got about 3 videos I need to do today, by the way. So my voice will slowly get worse. This is not being pre-recorded. This is actually me the same day. But yeah. Ooh. So what block would fit best in? Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you suck. This isn't gonna fit. This is gonna be one block off. Yep, there you go. Do we have more dirt? Nope. So, what block would fit best in certain areas? I'm gonna head over to my normal world, like my flat world, and I'm gonna show you what blocks would be best for what other blocks. Alright, and we are here. As you can see, we got the farm over here. You got the house we built. And we're going to head over here real quick. Actually, yeah, we'll head over here. Now, if you want to work with dark colors, like, so, like deep slate, then it's always best to plan out first what you want it to be. So let's do like a wall real quick. Doesn't have to be too big. This is just doing maybe a plan. So what you should be doing with gradients is building up a plan wall or floor. You can do floor as well. Take it and use it as the main block you want to use. So I'm using blackstone because it's the darkest block I know. Could have done coal, but oh well. That's what I say. Yeah. So what you can do is just scatter around. For God's sake, scatter around some of the blocks like this into just random places. Doesn't have to be too big or too much. I mean, you could even add that. And even in places that you didn't think would work. So we've got to fix that. Like that. And then you got that. And you want to grab a different block that looks the same. Just scatter it nearby and stuff. So just a bit like, oh for God's sake. A bit like that, and then you get that type of wall. That may not look the best, so what you can do is always just change it up a bit. Like, do, say, this. Just change out the blocks every now and then. And then you can also replace other blocks with other things. Yeah, so that's the type of dark wall you can do. With white blocks, it's much easier because you can use things like white wall. If you have access to concrete, you can use that as well. But if you're using white wall, I'd always say use diorite. Now I know diorite's a crap block. How big did I make this? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. There's your white wall. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to do the same thing as we did over there. Just scatter around the first block. So for me, it'll be polished diorite. Oh my god, my voice. For me, it'll be polished diorite. But yeah, you can just scatter it around. You can do whatever you want. We can use wood as well with other woods. That looks to be too much, as you can see, so we're just going to add it there and possibly there. I'll add another one there. A bit much here, so we can do that. Looks a bit much there, so we can add that, change that back. possibly change this to be there, and then add that. Yeah, that works. We could just add a few small pieces around, like there. And there you go. Then what you want to do is just, again, grab your other block, so I'd say diorite, place it around certain places, like nearby. Don't want to go there. Put it there though. And as you can see, there's still a lot of areas. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to move it. I'm going to move that as well, so that we can put it there. And then we can put another one there, break that one, and put it there. And you want one there, one there. But that's too much, so we're going to break that one. And there you go. That's the type of wall you can do. You can change it up a bit, do whatever you want. But yeah, like I said, you can do this with wood as well. Like, yeah. So what I'd say is the most common things people do is they add spruce and oak together. So like that. Now it does work well, and that's the main thing people use. But I always like to say like spruce works with any type of wood, as you can see. Like birch. Now let me get all of them. I think that's the main ones. Look. That looks like almost the same, but it looks like it's like overgrown and stuff. You got that. That I'm not quite sure because it's quite vibrant. And then you get like this sort of like old fashioned type house if you want to use. That's the main things that people use. What I like to say is that birch and dark oak work together to get that like dark and vibrant type. Dark oak doesn't work well with other blocks though, as you can see. We didn't get oak out actually. So I always like to think that dark oak will always work well with the lightest block. And things like acacia doesn't really work well with others, I don't think. Unless it's jungle. Other than jungle, I don't think it works well with anything else. But things like oak and jungle, I don't really like because you can barely see it. So when it comes to jungle, I like to always put it next to a darker one to give it that like overgrown mossy feel. So acacia doesn't really work well with these types of blocks. Now I know there is more blocks like this and this and this and all that. We can try this, but you're hardly going to find these types of blocks. Just spruce, cherry, doesn't really work. Pale, yeah, nothing. Mangrove, mangrove I would say works well with that. If you want like a dark mossy feel. So if you want like a light mossy feel, I'd say use that. But if you want a dark mossy feel, then I'd say use that. I hope that makes sense. That's literally all I wanted to talk about today, is like how you can like gradient certain things. So like I did with my house over here, I actually did this sort of gradient with my floor. So as you can see, like I added stone, cobblestone, and andesite and stone bricks. Let me show you why I did that. It's mainly because it's all grey. so it will always work well as a floor together. Or wall. You can do a wall. Let me just make a random floor real quick. Then this will be the final thing I talk about. As you can see, just a typical stone brick floor. Looks quite boring. So what we like to do is we just like to add a few random blocks into it. Oh no, not there, not there. There maybe. It doesn't really matter where you place the cobblestone, because next up you're gonna place some andesite, like around it. And as you can see, it gives that little feel. Now what you want to do is just finish it and clean it all up with some stone. Don't want to place it there, but I'd say there works. You don't want to place too much because you still want that stone brick feel. So I'd say something like that. That would work. But yeah, that's why I like to use mainly stone, is because it works well with other grey variants. So dark and light as well. Obviously, you can use whatever you want. And yeah, hang on, I need to check. Because I don't know if this can grow on slabs. Someone needs to help me know that, because I really don't know. If it doesn't, I'm going to change that to be the cocoa bit. Like the cocoa bean part. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Was going to do enchanting, but that needs to be planned out first. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully enchanting. It'll probably be a long episode, but I'll try and cut it down. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.